Now this about to be hella good, my guy. I already know it. The reason why, for one, is Mr. Nightmare. Dude's always lit. But, bro, Uber, look, do you know how many like Uber like horror stories or just messed up Uber or Lyft, whatever ones, like same thing, stories I watch, bro. It's so many of them that is kind of scary, but it's so many of them that also pee you off. The ones that really get me, look, I know I talk a lot. Hold on, let me just say this story a little bit, okay? The ones that really like pee me off, bro, is when it's, let's say like, okay, boom, I'm doing Uber, like while I'm watching someone doing it, Lyft, whatever, and it's someone in the car acting up, whatever, and you're like, all right, you know what, you can get out. And they be trying to do some, oh no, I ain't gotta get out, blah, blah, blah. Like you are forgetting this is not like a job 9 to 5. This is like this person's car. And it peed me off because they be just sitting there like, well, I'm not moving until you get out of my car. If I'm doing Uber Lyft and you in my car, you acting up not to get out and you don't get out, I'm driving you clean to a wood. I'm scared the hell out of you. I'm going to the woods. I'm like, all right, you can get out. I'm going straight to the woods. I'm gonna be driving all kind of scary places. You gonna want to get out because you gonna think like, oh my god, he about to take me and kill me somewhere. So you gonna want to get out anyway, regardless, bro. So anyway, look, about to go watch 4 creepy true Uber stories. This about, man, it's about to, well, 4 what? Mr. Nightmare used to do 3, my guy, okay? By the homie Mr. Nightmare. Once you guys read the video, link in the description below. But let's go, man, it's about to be lit because my hopes are high for this, as you can tell. Hold on, I done messed up the screen. Hold up, wait, stop, Mr. Nightmare. What I do? Hold up, my guy. Get that back in the center. There we go, my bad. And my glasses too, boy. I almost had to mix Mr. Nightmare up, boy. Put your hands on you. My glass cleaner at?
What you're about to hear was the worst night of my life. I went out to a downtown club with my boyfriend and his friends on a Saturday night. My boyfriend and I hadn't been getting along for a while, and at some point in the club, we had an argument.
I want to know a city and state.
I didn't want to be there anymore, so I went outside and called an Uber to pick me up. It was raining that night, so I waited under the awning of a building nearby to the club. A white car pulled up in front of me and stopped. I walked over, and the woman driving rolled down the window.
Oh, it's a woman?
And I said yeah, and then her
I don't mean to sound...
She said yes. So I got in the back seat. I asked, "How are you?" And I'm pretty sure she didn't answer. When I didn't hear a response to my question, I shot a glance up from my phone for a second. The woman had both hands firmly planted on the steering wheel.
Which good? Let me see them
hands. In a very
hands.
stiff, upright position. She also had very curly hair and a somewhat darker skin complexion.
Oh.
She was driving down the street I usually took to get home.
So I got a black girl,
like she was going the opposite way. I didn't want to speak up and correct her just yet, because maybe she was taking a different route.
Man, you go the wrong way. I'm in the car. I'm saying
The
something.
further we went away from my house, though,
Like,
the more concerned and frustrated I got. Finally, I spoke up and told her she was going the wrong way.
She dope.
She said in a horrible, thick accent, something about how she was going to the highway instead. I knew for a fact the highway wasn't the quicker route, though. Then, my phone vibrated, and I looked down to see the notification from Uber. It said on my screen, Uber driver now. I opened up the app, and it said my Uber had just arrived at the point I was originally standing at, and that the car I was supposed to get in was a black Nissan.
You dead, my guy.
At this point, I started saying in a louder voice to the driver that she wasn't my Uber.
Don't say nothing!
To pull over and let me out. And when she didn't seem to acknowledge me,
Bro, hold on. I'm sorry. Alright, again, I tell you guys all the time, if you're new to my channel, look, I'll make a 2-minute video, 80 minutes long. Bro, look, if I'm in the backseat of an Uber, alright, not to say girls are weak, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at me, I'm hella skinny, but look, not to say that. If I'm in the backseat, boom, my Uber driver in the front, she driving, boom, and I find it in her, and I say pull over, she don't, I'm behind you, I'm going right to the front, like, cause if you drive somewhere, hit your back of your head, bro, you gonna have to stop the car at that point, cause you can't just keep driving, and then if you do that, I'm just reach to the front and grab the steering wheel, like, nah, forget that, like, no, we pulling this car over, or we all about to die, like, plain and simple, clown.
To actually yell and push at her seat.
Push the seat, no, push her, man, grab her by the
car
neck.
Was moving, I even tried opening the door, but the child lock was apparently on. After a little more yelling, she finally looked at me through the mirror, then pulled off to the side. The door clicked unlocked, and I got out of the car and walked away from it. My actual Uber driver was calling me.
I'm done with Uber. I'm done.
Asking him to come to my current location.
I don't even trust you.
He said he'd be right over. And 5 minutes later, the car pulled up. When I got in the car, I explained everything to him. And he stopped the car, looked at me, and told me I just escaped a sex trafficking trap. There had been reports of multiple fake agents going around trying to trick unsuspecting victims into getting into the car to lure them to unknown locations. It was apparently part of a sex trafficking ring, and the drivers were usually female to appear less intimidating to the female victims. I just want to stress to everyone to make sure the car you're getting into is actually your Uber.
I make sure all the time, bro. You know how scared, like, sex trafficking scares the life out of me, bro, when I think about it, because it's so sick, and what's really sick about it is it's not just one person, it's always a group that's, like, working together when it comes to sex trafficking. Like, how can you just want to, like kidnap someone and then boom, now we're just gonna sell for sex, and then how can someone come and want to buy that? Like I would not feel comfortable buying that. Like, oh yeah, let me get that one right there. I just look. Some people I just don't get. But if I'm in the back, obviously he was in the back seat because she said she looked in the window, in the mirror, and saw him. Whatever, boom, boom. If I'm behind you, bro, it's so much stuff I'm about to do to you while you driving, because you about to pull all of me out, or we both about to die. Plain and simple, bro. Because if I'm gonna be in the back seat, we just boom, boom, busting your back of the head. And what you also what is hella easy to do, I would have just reached up and choked. Like, it's the car's little seat, little head part right here, boom. And so I got this boom, and I got this, like, you gonna be, so you gonna have to pull over, my guy, because getting choked is like, it's not fun, bro, trust me. All right, but anyway, let's get back to story 2. My bad, I don't know I'm talking a lot, but look, this about to be good, bro. This about to be too good. Man, you was almost just about to be a sex
One
slave.
night when I was decently drunk after leaving a bar, I started messaging people on Tinder. Some girl named Alicia had messaged me,
Horny,
so
huh?
I messaged her back. She answered almost immediately, asking what I was doing that night. I said I was just leaving a bar looking for someone to hang out with. She wrote back,
You
"You
like
should
hang
come
out,
over and smoke." I said, "Yeah, send me your address." She sent back her address promptly.
I don't
It
trust
seemed
that
like
already.
the quickest, easiest, most ideal Tinder match that I could ask for on a Saturday.
Exactly, my guy.
I called for an Uber to drop me off at that address. The driver pulled up in his Honda, and I got in the front seat. Usually I would get in the back seat, but I was decently drunk and feeling extra social.
I always get in the back unless there's more people with me.
The driver seemed cool. I was honest with him about where I was going, telling him I was about to meet a girl from Tinder. He laughed and said nice, and started going on about his stories meeting girls as an Uber driver and such.
Yeah, and he killed them
On
too.
the way there, I asked Alicia for her number, and she gave it to me. I started texting her, and she gave normal answers.
They working together,
When
huh?
we got to the house, the driver said the house seemed familiar to him.
What you
I
know?
admit, it did look a little sketchy since there were no cars in the driveway and the lights were off. He told me to be careful. I thanked him and said goodbye, and he drove away down the block and stopped near the end, I'm guessing setting up his next ride. I walked up to the house and tried to ring the bell, but I didn't hear a bell
It don't
from
work.
inside.
Exactly, because
So
it's a
I
trap
knocked on
house.
the door. Then I tried calling Alicia. It went to voicemail after one ring, but she texted me right after saying it's open.
Come in.
inside.
I knew it. I knew it.
Then there was a knock at the window, which almost gave me a heart attack. I looked at the window.
Somebody.
Even though there were no lights on inside, I saw the blind was slightly lifted, and someone was waving their hand on the other side of the window.
They saying help.
Before I tried the door, a number not saved on my phone started calling me. I assumed it was Alicia, so I picked up. But instead of hearing the voice of a girl, I heard the familiar voice of my Uber driver. He ordered me in a very concerned voice to walk away from the house right now. I then saw the Uber driver's car pull back up in front of the house. He told me to get back in the car.
I ain't even getting in your
I hung
car.
up the phone and listened to him. As soon as I got in the car, he drove away from the house and told me that the house was vacant. In just the previous month, someone had been lured into that house, robbed, and murdered. It was a story that likely could have been similar to my own had I stepped into that house. It was a lot for me to take in, but I thanked that Uber driver the best I could, and even took his number because he was so cool and I couldn't appreciate him enough. The
He
next
should have
morning when I
remembered
was
that,
sober,
bro.
This was even more disturbing to think about.
All right, hold up. If he obviously know the story about the house, because he's like, oh, this house looks familiar. You really can't forget a house. If you show me a house, you're like, oh, that house right there, yeah, somebody was kidnapped in it, boom, drug, died, rape, kidnapped, all that good stuff. Not good stuff, my bad, all that stuff, whatever. there's no way I'm gonna like see a house and be like, oh, I think I know something about this house. It's different between like, oh, this house they used to sell candy. That it's easily it's forgettable. But all that stuff, like no, if I'm driving someone boom to this house and I know they have like, oh my god, I never ever in my life took anyone back to that house. If I get to that house, it's I don't not saying he was part of it. I know he wasn't, but you really can't forget nothing like that. I instantly put like oh no, bro, this house no. So this is Vegas. Someone was just killed in this mall like last week. Blah blah blah. Like I don't know, maybe you should know that. But then again, like my guy should have known better. But then again, like I said, I've been in that position before, bro. When you thinking with the other head, dude. I could have it could have been hell stories with me in this position. I ain't gonna talk about it because I talked about that last video, so I ain't gonna do too much talking. But man, these people are crazy, bro. Because bro, I always think about like uber scary stuff. Like I even be looking at like someone like
it was a Monday night.
I be just watching
slower night for an Uber driver, especially in our bum ass town. So when a trip request popped up on my screen, I jumped on it. I was picking up a guy named John. I drove across the neighborhood to a corner liquor store that was closed at this hour. There were two young guys waiting on the corner. When I pulled up to the curb, they got in the car. I confirmed John's name to make sure he was who I was picking up. Then I started heading to their destination. The two whispered to each other, and it was a little odd. I looked at the rearview mirror every once in a while, and every time I did, they would both notice and look back at me. I kept trying not to look, but I found myself accidentally doing it over and over. I asked them where they were headed. Neither of them answered. I figured they didn't hear me because the back window was open and there was wind noise. So I asked again. This time one of them yelled Harris Avenue. It didn't answer the main point of my question, which was to be polite and make small talk. But it did let me know these two were not exactly people I wanted in my car.
See, that's why I can't do that.
Felt my big toe press a bit harder on the gas instinctively,
I don't trust
just knowing I wanted to get there sooner. We got to the street, but the apparent address they wanted me to pull up to was some rundown storefront with a group of guys in front. I slowed down and asked if this was it. I turned around to face them, and saw they were both wearing masks now, similar to the masks from the movie The Purge.
Oh no!
I press up against the back of my shoulder. I assumed it was a gun.
See, that's
They told me to pull up to where the guys were outside. I did so, and three big guys also wearing masks came up to my window, demanding my wallet.
He probably got like $20, bro. This is why I don't like thieves. Like, you're stupid. When you get paid when you do Ubers like that, they don't get paid in cash, clown. God, it's all through the app. This dude probably he's obviously not throwing shady one. If he's doing Uber, obviously he ain't got no money, so he trying to get some money, or he got a job that don't pay a lot, so he doing it on the side. I've never in my life met anybody who just does Uber and Lyft like it's a career. So even if he did have cash, I bet to do it like $20 on him. Man, people do. It's like the people who you hear who rob gas, like little mom and pop little stores and gas stations. Like, bro, you know it's probably like max $200 or $300 up in there, and you about to risk your life going to jail, clown. What you looking at, bro?
The two guys in the back seat got out. The five masked men all together walked away from my car, one of them kicking at my door while passing. I drove away and reported it to Uber, who said they'd get in contact with the authorities.
What ain't about to do that?
It turned out the info used on that John person's account was all fake, and he was using a stolen credit card. I lost $250, my IDs, and countless cards in my wallet.
I don't want that much money.
I'm just happy I escaped with my life.
For real. See, man, cause I said the thing. Hold up, we almost done. I said the thing. Hold up. The first and last one.
After leaving a friend's Super Bowl party, I called an Uber to drive me home. When I got in the Uber, there was a guy in a baseball hat sitting in the back seat. I didn't say anything to acknowledge it. I just said hi to the driver. I figured I must have called an Uber pool instead of just a regular Uber.
Nope, that's his boy.
I didn't care though. We got to my house, I got out of the car and shut the door. I heard a second door shut on the other side.
Cause he got out too!
And the car drove away. I saw the guy who had been sitting next to me in the baseball hat, standing in the street, facing in my direction, but his head down so that his hat was covering his face. I said, "What's up? What's going on?" He started to walk away. Still, I knew something was going on.
Duh, now he know where you
instead
live.
of walking to my house.
Why did the Uber driver let him in the car anyway, bro? If it's not a Uber carpool he shouldn't have been in the car from the beginning. Okay, this one either he was set up, or I'm reporting that Uber driver. And if I ever find you, I'm
started walking around the block. I saw the man on the opposite sidewalk across the street walking in my same direction. When there was an intersection in the street, I turned. When I saw he did the same thing, I ran.
Yep, I'm getting right in the middle of the
street. I
street.
saw he started to run too. The adrenaline kicked in, and I sprinted faster than I'd ever ran in my life. I ran faster than him, and when I made it to my house, I ran to the backyard before he could possibly see where I went.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm about to say, my bad, stop it. Don't go. Look, if I'm running from you, boom, and I think you're about to kill me, whatever. And let's say if I get like close to my house, I'm not gonna go direct to my house. I'm gonna take some back cuts, boom, 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 making sure I'm losing you. So that way, when I get to my house, you only see where I met or where I went to. Clown.
I went into the house. I called the Uber driver at once, and he told me the guy next to me said he knew the next guy the Uber driver would be picking up, which ended up being me.
It don't matter.
The driver had his info, so he said he would report the guy. I don't know what happened because I never called or texted the Uber driver again. I also don't know why exactly that guy would be targeting people getting out of Ubers, but it definitely taught me to be more cautious with Uber rides.
Oh yeah, and he chased you. That dude's about to kill you, bro. I don't know. It always scares me like when I hear about people getting chased because I always feel like somebody about to grab me on my back. So I'm like, like I gotta get the hell up out of there too, bro. Like I don't know, watching like people or hearing about people being chased, even actually watching it, I know, it always like get me to like because it's like, oh my god, I feel like they're coming for me also. But yo, that last one, like I'm sorry, he should have definitely remembered that, dude. Like that was hella freaking stupid. Like I mean, not remember. That wasn't the member one. That was the one where someone got in the car with him because it just don't make sense. Like if I'm doing Uber or Lyft, whatever it is, boom, and somebody like, oh, get in the car, oh, before you pick up so and so, I know what it is, blah blah blah. It's like it just don't seem like it add up. It really don't. So what I would have did was when the actual dude got in the car, because I wouldn't want to sit there while he behind me just by himself, bam, because I'm like, I don't want to kill me or whatever. I ain't trying to be waking up dead here by myself. But not to not take anybody with me, but you know what I mean. But anyway, when the dude got in the car, the actual one, I'd have said something like I'm making like a little small talk, but low key dry snitching on him. I'd be like, oh, your boy in the car too. He went on here and got in. He said he know you, whatever, blah blah blah. Make it seem like I'm joking, and he did. Because all thing you gonna say at that point, like I don't know this dude. At that point, bam, now everything, now the ish hit the fan, my guy. Now I'm about to find out what's really going on. Because it's pointless to just drop in your location, boom, like, and the whole time I guarantee that was not talking back there because he obviously don't know this dude. So he swear he know this dude in the car. Because think about it, if I want to shock you, like I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get in this Uber, boom, before you get in here. Soon as you get in, you gonna look at me and say something like, what up, bro, blah blah blah. It's gonna be combo like that. It's not just gonna be I'm gonna be right there with a baseball cap the whole time with my head down and us just not talking. Like it's common sense, bro. Come on now. Don't get me wrong, I do know. Like when you're not in that situation, it does always seem like it's easier to say what you will and what you would not do. But I do get it's a little harder when you're actually in a situation. I do get that. But at the same time, bro, some stuff is just like pure stupid. Like nah, like I would have at least done that much, bro. Cause like I was saying, I was gonna tell you at the end, cause I remember my girl, she was doing Uber, Lyft, whatever. And I used to always tell her like, bro, take a gun, take a knife, take some mace, something like. And she would never take anything, which is like I just don't get. Like, bro, you need something. Which like people are crazy. I don't trust people. I really don't. Like I can't do it. Like even when I use it myself, it's never about myself. Only time I'm really using it if I'm with like a group of friends, we're all going out. Or if it's like if I meet up with like Christine, OMG, Poison, everybody, we get like PAX, E3, wherever we get. So then we all using it. That's usually like the only time I really use it. Like, but like I don't even have the app on my phone because on a normal, I'm not about to use it because I don't just trust people. Like I'm not about to do that. And if I do ever use one, I'm getting in the car, I'm sitting in the back seat, and I'm sitting behind you because you make a wrong turn if you want to. Soon as you turn left and the turn post be right, you gonna see my little skinny hand come up there, bro. And I'm grabbing the wheel, and we both going into a ditch, my guy, because you're not about to kill me. Your hex on. It ain't happening like that. But yo, if you guys enjoyed, sorry, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Guys, amazing. Guys are awesome. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the new channel called I'm Chucky. I appreciate the love. You guys are showing over here hella amazing, and these dogs are behind me barking. Charlie.